Throughout Jewish history, there have been innumerable stories of the Jewish people fighting for their civilization and their way of life, whether it's Masada against the Romans, which was a great besiege against the Jewish fortress in the Holy Land, or in the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising of 1943 against the Nazi murderers, or in Israel today, where there are Jewish soldiers on guard day and night for the survival of our people. The wood's pretty soft. Actually, it's progressing fairly rapidly. There is absolutely nothing to me which compares to picking up a mallet, taking a chisel or a gouge and hammering at a piece of wood. There's a sort of love that flows between the sculptor's tools, his eye, his mind, and the material that he's carving. Hi, buddy. Caruso, Georgia, Isadora, come on. Come on. One of the most romantic of the sculptures of the modern age is this young man named Henri Gordier-Brejeka. His real name was Henri Gordier. He started sculpting right before World War I when he was about 19, 20 years old. Carved for 4 years. He did mainly stone sculpture. World War I broke out and a number of artists, writers, and so on got caught up in the fury and idiocy of this insane war, and at the age of 24, after he had produced quite a few masterpieces, which are now housed in museums all over the world, he died at the age of 24 on the European front. This is my first wood carving that's completely in the round. I did one relief sculpture of a man sculpting, coincidentally. He's holding his arms out and he's holding a chisel in his hands. And I did one two-thirds view, the back is flat, two-thirds portrait of an old man clasping his hands against his head as if he proceeds drowning out against his ears, drowning out any noise or sound.
What's your artistic dream?
My artistic dream, let's see now, to be in the permanent collections of the Louvre, Museum of Modern Art in New York, the Metropolitan, the Israel Museum in Jerusalem, to be world-renowned as a great sculptor, printmaker, painter, the great humanist of the 20th century, Kenovich Ben-Segan Ben-Segansky de Yerushalayim. That is my dream.
You're not very ambitious.
Well, you got to start off slowly. Since yesterday, I carved in the side around here, flowing from above the mustache, goes around and back, and I started carving in a head up on top, which I'm now following the sides off of. I've got to carve everything so it's completely smooth, or as smooth as can be, by using the chisels and then go over with rasps and then sandpapers. Doing this one area here to get a feel of what it would be like when it's all smoothed out. And the grain should be pretty nice. When it's finished, it should be as smooth as paper, which I hope for. Pretty much finished, except for the stain drying and seeping into the wood, giving more of a transparency to the grain. Certain parts of it I really like around the eyes, the eyebrows, and the nose, and so on, but other areas like the lower portion, below the nose, the mouth, mustache, beard, and so on, I would have liked to have seen a bit more dynamism, a more dynamic form to the sculpture. It has symbolic meaning for me in the terms of the subject matter, the eternal Jew gazing outward to fellow brethren and man, and simultaneously looking up to the heavens, to God, sort of capturing the dualness of mankind, of humanity, of people. But it's a step in the right direction. Maybe 2 years from now, 5 years from now, I'll look back on it and say, well, that was just a meager attempt, even though while I was doing it this past week, I was putting a lot of energy into it, a lot of thought, a lot of discipline and so on.